So, you guys know how we are all shifting to our desired realities for a better life, right? Well, somewhere out there in many infinite realities, you grew up in your DR right away, your desired reality. In fact, your DR self grew up in that reality, and you've always existed there. In the multiverse, there are an infinite amount of possibilities that are already happening, infinite amount of trajectories playing out and everything. When I grow up in my desired reality, I will get to this point of my life. But in fact, I'll get to this point by the time I'm either 15 or 16. But by the time when I'm 21 in my DR, man, I'll be surpassing already what I am now. This will be my revised timeline in the next life that I fortunately will get to live. I cannot wait to relive my youth, man. I cannot wait. This 10-year alternate timeline will start from 2004, leading all the way up to 2024. My birthday is on June 9th, 2004. I was born in Sanford Hospital in Worthington, Minnesota. I will still be born at the same time as my CR time, which is 10 p.m., which is the exact time I was born. My birthday is the same month and day as my CR one, except with a 1 year difference, with me being born in 2004 instead of 2003. In this timeline, my father was financially stable and my mom doesn't ever have her mental illness, which means she would be able to raise me like a normal parent. Stays in my life at all times, no medications, no no being in and out of the hospital. Her and my dad get along. They go on to raise me, and my childhood would be pretty much normal. My childhood was pretty good in the CR prior to 2016. My parents would buy me toys, video games, kids' movies, and kids' TV shows for me to enjoy. Life was awesome and everything was good. That happened here and still happens in my DR. The only slight difference is in the DR timeline is we don't constantly move everywhere from state to state. And instead, we just stay in Minnesota our whole lives and all my good memories just happen there. Here/there. And the other difference is my mother wouldn't be in and out of the hospital since she had no mental health issues, and my father would still be a good dad. This is the timeline from 2004 to 2007. Now to 2008. In 2008, I would start preschool as normal, like I did here in the CR. Everything is the same. Same classmates I met there and everything. In kindergarten as well. When 2009 came, my elementary school years would still be the same. I would still get bullied by the same kids. But except in my DR, I was a fit kid that has fast metabolism and was in shape, and not out of shape and obese like I was in the CR in my childhood. In elementary school, I would still have met the same friends, which are my, or should I say, one of them were two homies, Luke and Jordan. We would go on to remain friends throughout the rest of elementary school, from kindergarten to fourth grade, all the way up to 2014. 2014 is when middle school started, and I had entered fifth grade. Now, here is where the major difference is. My dad ended up suffering a life altering injury called a stroke that altered our trajectory forever when I was in 5th grade. It put us in a pretty bad financial situation. However, in my DR, that never happens, which means he keeps on working and I never have to worry about money. And I could just focus on being a kid. My parents' marriage is also healthy since that financial situation, nor my mom's mental illness exists, which usually was the cause of their fights. They are able to coexist with no tension. Me, Luke, and Jordan still remain friends, and we spend all of our time together at recess and lunch time. Same with 6th grade, except in 6th grade, we met our new friend named Eddie, just like we did here in the CR. 6th grade was one of my favorite school years, second to 7th grade, since it was the year where I started to get good grades, keeping it that way. This all happened in this all happened in all of 2014 and 2015. There's not much to go on about 2015 because pretty much same thing as 2014. Life was good. Now here's my favorite part I am gonna talk about, and that's from early 2016 to mid 2016. As as these years will define how the rest of my life and trajectories go. Now here's where my really Back to the Future moment happened where yeah, back then I had my spiritual foolishness and which led to the whole timeline getting fucked up. So, yep, here is the revised one. So, I finished off 6th grade in May 2016 and just in the last week of school, I met this girl named Syria on the bus. We had so much in common and we became friends. We decided we are going to start hanging out during the summer. We hang out a lot during the summer, and we would spend late nights at each other's houses or texting. Either way, summer was fun, and of course, I still hung with my boys too in the process. We both are 12, so we couldn't drive, but no big deal. We could just walk to each other's houses since we lived so close. Throughout the entire summer, we would start to fall for each other, and after 3 months of getting to know each other, I asked her to be my GF, and she would say yes. In 7th grade is when I would start off the school year with a relationship, and I would meet my favorite teacher, but this time I'm way more talkative and charismatic as a kid, so I never be afraid to open up and talk to her, where in the CR I was a shy, quiet kid for majority of my youth. 7th grade was also the year where I got the best grades, even better than my 6th grade ones, just like in the CR. And in my DR, same thing will happen. This is also when me and Syria would get into teenage drama together with other kids. Overall, my 7th grade school year is the best school year of my life, and even better than the CR one. And I consider that the glory days, considering to what the CR is nowadays. Me and my teacher would keep in contact after 7th grade, and my relationship with Syria would still be strong. This would continue throughout 8th grade and the rest of high school because I stayed friends with my OG squad and the people I met in 7th grade as well, because we met a few new people as well in 7th grade. And a few of our other friends, got into our OG squad. And we would stay friends throughout the rest of the middle school and throughout high school as well. Because I stay friends with my OG squad and we never part ways, and I had the support of my teacher and Syria. I'd never feel the need to seek validation in school, so I never get involved into the wrong crowd, like I did in the fake CR. So this timeline would last from 2016 to 2022. In 2022, I would graduate high school and go on to pursue my dreams of being a WWE star. And me and Syria would have both turned 18, which means we were old enough to move into a house together. Then the rest is history, leading all the way up to present day. That's just something that I will just have to live once my DR time gets catch up to CR time. That is my revised timeline in my DR, and the spawn point of which I want to start living out from is June 2016, so that's the point of the timeline that I'm trying to shift to, and then just live the rest of my life from there. That's it, I'm out.